So in today's video, we're going to talk about the noun classifier called jaw. And if you look here with me at my notes, you'll see that the general meaning of the word jaw is the or the in English. It has a similar meaning, and the reason is because just like all noun classifiers, it's used before a noun to specify something, usually singular, but it fulfills a similar role as the word the in English. Now, the word jaw refers to a plural group. So in that sense, jaw is kind of special because it has an extra underlying meaning of making something plural. It generally can be used with any noun to make it plural. So it can be used with groups of items that we can count. But it can also be used with groups that are more abstract, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But suffice it to say, things that can't be counted but Hmong still perceive as being plural. So just as with any grammar thing, these definitions are easy to say, but they don't make a lot of sense when you just read them off like that. So let's look at some examples and kind of bring it to life. Starting off with the word for flower, if we say lo pa, lo is a general classifier. We use it before pa, the word for flower, and it becomes the flower. But if we say jaw pa, jaw fills the same role, the, but it adds this extra meaning of adding like an S to the end of it, the flowers. So we can see that it pluralizes. Now, something or a use of jaw that's very common is when it's preceded by this word e, which is the number 1. E. You'll notice there's some parentheses here, and the reason for that is because in this case, it's a tone change. The IB, E, the B, that high B tone, often causes the tone in the word following it, in this case jaw, to change. So in this case, that high B tone cuts off the V. So even though we're talking about the same word, same meaning, it goes from being COV to CO. And that's an unfortunate reality of the Hmong language, is the subject of tone changes for another day. But I thought I would write it correctly and explain just a little bit as to why. So again, same meaning, different spelling, but same meaning. So, ityo means one plural group, and that's the literal meaning. But to make it easy, we can set that aside and go with what the actual meaning is, which is just some. It's the same as some in English. So we'd use ityo for some in English. So for example, we said lupa is the flower, jopa is the flowers, and ityopa is some flowers. Okay, so jaw is a noun classifier. It is an official noun classifier, and that means a number of things for us. One, it's used before a noun, which is a person, place, or thing, as we hopefully know. But more importantly, the second thing here, it cannot be used before another classifier with another classifier. So again, to see that in practice, a correct sentence, jaw pa. We have jaw as the noun classifier and pa as the noun. But if you were to say jaw lu pa, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, it'd be similar to saying the flowers. So this hopefully isn't very abstract. It makes sense. We would use jaw to pluralize something, pluralize a noun. But one thing that confuses people often, both Hmong people learning English and English speakers learning Hmong, is the concept of perception. You see, when we talk about water or blood or grass or some other things that can't necessarily be counted, it's kind of a matter of opinion as to whether it's plural or not. In English, you see a body of water. You don't say, hey, let's go jump in the waters, right? You say the water because we view it as a singular body. Whereas in Hmong, the Hmong language views it as plural. So that's why you'll often find the word day, water. You can use jaw day before it, the water. And again, it's really like saying the waters. Or eat jaw day, some waters. Same with blood. Ncha is blood. Ncha. But we can pluralize it. We could say jaw ncha, the bloods. Sometimes Hmong speakers learning English will say bloods, or they'll write bloods, because Hmong views it as plural. Same again, ijon cha, some blood, some bloods. Also, grass is another example. Nyo, for grass. We can pluralize it by saying jaw, nyo, the grasses. The grasses. Ijo nyo, some grasses. Okay, so one thing I wanted to add just real quickly here is think of jaw as a tool that we use. Jaw is a tool that we can use to pluralize. So that doesn't make it the rule. It's just a tool that we can use. So while we can say jaw nyo, some grass, we can replace that classifier with a different one. Ta nyo, ta nyo, which is a field of grass, or an expansive grass. So we're talking about an area, a section, instead of the fact that it's multiple or plural. So the point that I'm making, this is a whole subject, I don't know, but the point and the reason I'm bringing up is just to remind that because now you've seen that jaw is used with nya, that doesn't mean that that's the rule. It's just a tool that you can use to pluralize. So you can use other noun classifiers to change the sense, as long as it makes sense. Okay, so to review, jaw means is a noun classifier. It means the, but it makes the noun that follows it plural, whether it's a plural you can count or an abstract plural. And jaw refers to, turns it into like saying some in English. Okay, and one last thing, you cannot use jaw along with another classifier. You can't say jaw lupa because it's like saying the flowers. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.